Hello guys, I'm Unblessed Data, and welcome to another review. This time we have the final episode in Season 4 of The Walking Dead. So this episode was pretty good. I'll tell you my opinion in a minute, but before I get right into it, I want to let you guys know that this review will contain spoilers. If you do not want to know what happened, go watch the episode and come back. So, this episode in general was actually really good. I liked it, I enjoyed it. Very intense. That's the best way to sum it up. So, getting into the specifics of it, Rick, Michonne, and Carl are walking down. They're going to Terminus, right? And Daryl's group of people come up from behind, attack him. Rick's in a bad spot. Michonne's pinned down. Carl's pinned down. Nothing they can do. And Rick just goes crazy, bites the neck like a vampire of the leader of Daryl's group. So that was crazy in itself. And he just goes on a rampage, kills everyone else. He slices a guy's stomach right open, all the way up, from his belly button to his neck. Slices him, keeps on stabbing him. Carl's seeing this the whole time too, so you can tell he's going to be emotionally compromised, I guess you could say. I would be afraid of my dad if I seen him do that. I mean, that's just in general. I think anyone would be. But then they go and they arrive at Terminus. They hide a bag of guns up on a little hill over Terminus, and he's like, just in case something happens. This is Rick talking. But now Daryl's reunited with them, and Daryl, I forgot to mention this, Daryl stood up against his other group members when they were going to kill Rick and all them, but obviously it didn't happen. They turned on him, and then Rick saved the day. But anyway, so they arrived at Terminus, and like I said, they hid some guns. Never brought up again in this episode, so I'm assuming it's going to be for next season. Has to be. Why would they show it if it's not? Nothing's going to come out of it. So they arrive in Terminus, and there's a bunch of people there. They go through the back door. They're surprised. They're like, oh, you know what, you gonna rob us or something? And they're like, no, we just came here for, peace or whatever, like you're advertising. So they bring them around to the back. They meet that lady that Glenn and all them met. She's cooking steak or whatever she's cooking. And Rick looks around, and he notices that everyone has something from people from his group. Someone was wearing Glenn's riot gear. Someone had Hershel's watch that he gave Glenn. Someone had something of everything. So he turns around, grabs one of the people at Terminus, puts a gun to his head, and he's like, I know what's up. What's happening? Where's our friends? So then there's snipers on the roof. They start shooting at him, but they don't aim for him. They kind of direct the fire so that they'll go a certain path. So they make them run into this little gym area, and when they run by, there's bones and dead bodies everywhere. So what does that mean? My suspicion is that in the comics, they're cannibals. Now, this didn't happen in the comics. There was no Terminus, but there was cannibals, and this kind of makes sense that they would be cannibals, because why would they want people to come? There's bodies everywhere, bones everywhere. They're cannibals, I would think. So they go in this little room, and it looks like a sacrifice room. There's candles everywhere, writing everywhere. It looks like a sacrifice room. It could be anything, really. We don't know, but that's honestly what it looks like. So that's kind of messed up. And then they kind of get pinned down. They can't do anything, and there's a bunch of snipers on the roof and everything. They're stuck. So they get told to funnel into this container, those shipping containers, those giant ones that I think they're called freight something, I don't know, but the freight boats carry them, giant metal containers. They get told to go in there. They have no weapons, nothing. Carl, Michonne, Rick, and Daryl, and they go in there and they find everyone else. They find Glenn, Maggie, everyone. So except for Tyrese and what's her name, Carol. No word of them, so we're going to have to wait until next season. And the episode just ends. So obviously they're going to have a rebuttal. They're going to attack the people of Terminus. But now we have to wait until next season. So that kind of sucks. I thought this episode was good. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. But for some reason, I didn't feel like it was suited well for a season finale, just because you were expecting everything to kind of get wrapped up and answered, and it wasn't. We still don't know anything about Beth. We still don't really know anything about Terminus, and Carol and Tyrese are still gone with Judith, so we don't know what's happening with them either. And then we have another question of how they're gonna escape Terminus, and how they're gonna get away, how they're gonna conquer these people. We don't know that either. So it left you with so many more questions than when we started. Doesn't really feel like a season finale. That being said, a season finale doesn't have to answer all the questions, but I don't know, in true Walking Dead fashion, you think all these people are gonna die, we're gonna get answered everything. No, it didn't. No one really even died. So I guess that's really not in the Walking Dead fashion. But you know, considering that the last couple episodes, not last couple episodes, just this season in general, wasn't very good at all. I really don't like this season. I think it ended on a higher note, so I'm happy about that. But what do you guys think about this episode? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.